welcome to Biker Church USA in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm Pastor Mikey, and we're here at the Shed. What I would like to talk to you about today is this past Christmas season. It has been interesting to watch because places like Facebook, places like Twitter, I've seen so many Christians talk about the commercialization of Christmas. And they get so offended that they say that Christ is being taken out of Christmas. First off, Christ can never be taken out of Christmas as long as true, faithful Christians remain faithful to the gift of Christ at Christmas. You see, we look at the stores and we're offended because they're playing Christmas music before Halloween. And we get offended because, they forget about Thanksgiving and they're so focused on Black Friday and getting people to come in and buy gifts. The fact of the matter is this: we shouldn't be offended. It is not up to the merchants to keep Christ in Christmas. They're doing what they do. They do merchandise. They're merchants. The exchange of money. That's what they do. That's their business. And they're being true to their business. But we as Christians, what do? We complain and we get offended because they're doing what their stated purpose is. But we don't follow our stated purpose. We don't take the things that are happening around Christmas and use them to teach what Christmas is about. The gift of Jesus, the gift of salvation. All we do is we get offended. The true offense should be back at us. We should look in the mirror and be offended with ourselves because we don't see our job in society as to be the messengers for Christ. We think as long as we got one foot in the door, one foot into heaven, that, hey, we're going to slide right on in. It's not going to work that way. See, on that day, many are going to stand before Jesus and they're going to say, hey, Jesus, I went to your church. Jesus, I taught your Sunday school. Jesus, I gave more than my 10% in tithes. And Jesus is going to look at him and say, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. You see, and those are the same people that are offended because of the merchants commercializing Christmas. We should be offended that we are not going out as a church, as a body of Christ, and sharing the gospel on a daily basis. Every day should be about Christmas to Christians. Every day should be seen as an opportunity to share our faith. But we're more worried about whether or not the pastor is going to go long on Sunday, and we're going to miss our certain table at Ryan's. Folks, the problem is not the commercialization of Christmas. The problem, and what should offend us more than anything, is the fact that Christians have lost the meaning of Christmas, and that's Christ. The world cannot take Jesus out of Christmas. They can't take Christ out of Christmas because they never had it to begin with. Only those who claim His name can take Him out. And only those that are claiming His name are taking Him out. They're the ones that are being offended, yet they turn around and do absolutely nothing in sharing their faith. That right there should be the one thing that is the most offensive about a Christian, especially at Christmas. Until the next message, this is Pastor Mikey with Biker Church USA.